enough of my banter. I am now here with my first guest, who is the beautiful, talented Miss Ade, who has this brilliant format for learning Yoruba language. But apart from that, she's also got something very interesting which I feel will apply to a lot of you Nigerians out there. So do stay tuned, and I will be talking to Miss Ade. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello, Miss Ade. You look, I love what you're wearing. I love the color. I don't have any Ankara or any attire, so I'm just loving the blue and the white. I like how you combined it with the top.
Thank you.
You look very nice.
Thank you.
So tell us about Miss Ade.
My name is Adebumi Adeniran, and I'm from, of course, Nigeria, a Yoruba woman.
Yeah.
And I studied Russian language at the University of Lagos, Nigeria.
Russian?
Yes, alongside English and Yoruba language.
Wow.
So I don't have a lot of knowledge of Yoruba language. And here in the UK, I changed my career. I went into social care, and I worked until 4 years ago in social care, and I got up to management level. So I've now left that to come back to my original love, which is language.
Multi-talented.
Thank you.
But I love the fact that you studied Russian. Like, you don't really hear much people, like, it's normally French or German or, you know, Spanish, but Russian, like.
Yes.
And they don't even write in a language. They have a different type
Yes,
of...
you have to learn. The first thing you do on the first day is to learn their alphabets.
Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Anyway, so tell me, you've got this, I don't know which one to start with. Okay, I'll start off with the Yoruba language.
Okay.
The other one is very interesting, and I think people will definitely key into that. So tell me, what inspired you to, you know, the Yoruba language that you started? You want to, you know, teach Yoruba language. You have a format for people to learn Yoruba language, which I think is very interesting. But what sets your particular format aside from everyone else's? Because obviously we already know that there's a lot of apps out there that, you know, teach people basic Yoruba language. What's different about your one? Okay.
What I believe is different from my my own work is because I've had to take people to the basics. Because learning a new language, you remember I told you that I studied Russian language.
Yes,
that actually helped me to actually look at it that if somebody really wants to learn a language, they just don't want to learn the basic words of come, which is wa, seda, and joko. They really want to grasp into the language to say, how do I really get into this language? And what I've done is to actually take the learner on a journey, starting from the alphabet. So you learn the alphabet, the differences between our alphabet and English alphabet, and then we move to the tone, where you learn the difference in our tone, how the tone works, and also having taking people on that step-by-step journey so that they can hear themselves, giving them the opportunity to hear what they're saying, but emphasizing on them loosening their getting into the tone, into the Yoruba tone, because once you get into the tone, you're able to be comprehending what people are saying. And so it's understanding the way the tone moves. So we incorporate all those things into the into our product. Yes.
I must say, when I got your presentation, your PowerPoint, I just skimmed through it, and I just love the way that you've actually broken it down, just as you've said. I was actually able to, like, pick up a few words. I may not have pronounced them properly, but I definitely understand the importance of breaking it down for people to understand you know, how to actually speak the language. But I have a quick question. You said you studied Russian. Didn't your parents oppose to this? Because normally Nigerian parents are very, like, you know, study something like, you know, medicine or law. But you went ahead and studied Russian, and obviously it's a passion, it's something you wanted to do. Like.
Yes. My parents did not oppose me going for Russian language. I think there's something about me from childhood that has always been interested in the language. I'm very proud of who I am, my background, and so wanted to know about other culture, other people's language, and how I can actually use it together, actually, because they quite like the idea. And actually, when I finished at the University of Lagos, I wanted to work with the external affairs around the time, thinking, because I'm just passionate about my people, my culture. So there was no opposition from my parents.
Well, that's really good, because obviously it's fetched you somewhere now. I mean, it's a strength on your side, because now you can work anywhere, really. Where I mean anywhere, as in, like, you know, some jobs require you to have a European language, or a Russian speaking, or if it's not Russian, it's a different kind of language. So you're kind of like, you're covered when it comes to that, which is really good. Also, your website, how do we get in touch with you? How do we follow up on what you're doing? How do we sign up for the course? Is there a fee or is it free? You know.
Okay, it's actually on a membership basis, and that is you go on our website, which is www.laswell.com, and Laswell stands for Learn and Speak with Ease Languages. We want to make it so easy, so you can go to our website www.laswell.com, and also when you get there, there are other things that are actually there, which is going to tell you how to be a member. It's a membership because I want people to feel free to say, oh, I've had enough of this, I want out. Yeah. So that they're not paying for what they don't need. So it's about membership. And somebody can say, I want to take my time, because each of us, we have different methods of learning. Some people learn quickly, some people, they take their time. And all this also because of the work, they might not have the time, might not have all the time in the world to go and just sit there. So they can take their time to come in and go out whenever they like. Okay. So it's a membership. Yes.
That's really good. And I'm sure a lot of our viewers out there are definitely watching this would definitely want to be a part of it. Because as we were saying before, it's important for people like that do want to go back to Nigeria for business, because Lagos it's like Yoruba is like one of their main languages in Lagos. Even when I go to Lagos, all I hear is Yoruba, and sometimes I struggle to understand what they're saying. So I think it's really important that we, as Nigerians, not just learn our language, but also learn other languages, not just for us, but for other benefits as well. So moving on to your next exciting item product. I don't even know what to call it because it's I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So what would you call it?
It's actually a product.
It's a product, isn't it?
It's referred to as a product.
Yeah, I would refer it to as a product as well, yeah. So tell us about it, because it's really interesting. So yeah, fill me in. Okay.
It's actually called Nylang's keyboard. It's a virtual keyboard that is actually made to incorporate 12 Nigerian languages. Awesome. When you look at it, Nigeria has over 170 million population, and we've not got our own keyboard where I want to type to you in Yoruba, I cannot type because they don't have the tone, or somebody wants to type to me in Igbo or another language within Nigeria. We can only use English, and we're such a big and diverse community that people should enjoy the language. Most Nigerians, they don't see themselves as bilingual, and that is who they are, and they should be celebrating that. So I believe that we need to be celebrating ourselves. So this idea came when I was trying to find a keyboard to actually prepare Laswell, that is learn and speak with his Yoruba language. And it was a long process, but we got there, and we've been able to actually create a keyboard that can take 12 Nigerian languages, including the official language, which is English.
Do you know, I think it's really amazing, because not long ago, I think about 2 weeks ago, I was actually trying to learn Efik, which is really weird, because I don't know, I'm a very traditional person, so I like languages. I want to know about the culture and stuff like that. And sometimes I do type Igbo to my cousins, but then it doesn't make sense without the the apostrophes and the tones and stuff. So that definitely does does help.
Yes.
I was also going to say, you've already spoken about what inspired it. Obviously, like, you were in a similar situation as myself, so that's definitely what inspired it. So when are you launching this product, and how can we, the mass, get involved? Because I just can't wait to get my hands on it.
Okay. The product is actually coming out on Monday.
Wow.
This Monday. It's with, you can buy it from Google Store, and Apple Store, and also another company called Tavotesoft, because they are the one that actually put it together, and they are partners with Microsoft. So they are representing the Microsoft part of the world. And when you actually get there, if you want for the desktop, it's different from the phone. And so we've done it for the iOS, Apple, and the Android product, and also for the Windows. So on all platforms, it will be available on Monday.
You can see the excitement in my face. Like, I'm actually so excited, because I can't wait. Monday, I'm going to write that in my diary. Monday, I must go and buy it by force. Okay. Yeah, so
the address?
Pardon?
The address.
Yes.
Okay. The address is www.nylangs.com.
Okay, .com.
NAILANGS, nylangs.com.
Okay.
Yes, that's
Okay, and my last question before we round up your this interview is, how long have you been actually working on this project? Because from what you said, it seems like it's been quite a journey. So do you want to just quickly talk me through it?
It's not taking. It's less than just the keyboard for the Yoruba one. It started to dawn on me. Why don't we have our own? And gradually it started to come together. And it was when I was in the Bible college this year that I just had the whole thing just fell in place. So, and I had to look for the people who put it together.
Yeah.
And the company is based in Australia.
Okay.
They are called Tavotesoft, and they are partners with Microsoft.
Okay.
And they were willing to work with me even to this stage.
So with the other languages like the Igbo, and I saw on the list Idowa and stuff, how did you get those dialects? Was it hard to suss them out? Or?
Once you put your mind to do something, once something comes to your mind, you know that you go to any length.
Yeah.
Once I had the idea that why don't we have a keyboard that anybody in Nigeria can sit and just type all their languages in, to get all the alphabets and everything was not as difficult as I thought it would be. Yes.
Okay.
And people have been helpful along the way.
Well, it's been an amazing, you know, interview. I feel like I've learned so much from you within this short time. So I'm definitely gonna go on Laswell, yeah. I'm definitely gonna check that out. Monday I definitely have to get that keyboard.
Thank you.
And I want you viewers at home also too to get in touch, because I think it's very helpful. And you know, Miss Ade has done a wonderful job providing such resources for you guys out there. But anyway, Miss Ade, it's been a wonderful interview. Also, you said you were gonna teach me how to say your full name, so teach me.
Adebumi.
Adebumi.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I got it. Okay, well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Also, a quick one: how do we keep updated with you? How do we follow you? Do you have an Instagram? Do you have a Facebook or anything like that?
Yes, we're on Facebook, and when you get to our website, you will see it. We're on Facebook, both for lastwell.com and also for nylangs.com. Okay. We are on Facebook, so if you just Google Nylangs, it will come up. It will show you Facebook on Nylang on Facebook. It will give you the address, and also for lastwell.com. We're on Facebook. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Miss Ade. It's been a pleasure. And for you viewers at home, I have more interviews on the way. So please do stay tuned, and I will be back.